Rise and shine, rise and shine. This is Coffee Talk. We get together 7 days a week, chat about what's doing in the world of weather. Gotta tell you, it's kind of beautiful outside. A little bit of haze, even a little bit of ground fog, but a live look outside on the what could arguably be the busiest travel day of the year. And we are looking great, great, great here in Central Florida. We head up to Horse Country, Ocala, see what's doing. It is just stunning there. A few additional clouds for you. Had some fog earlier there. And then over to Brevard County, check what's doing. Did have some dense fog down around the Treasure Coast, but look at the difference, right? Yeah, no fog here in Port Canaveral. Just a beautiful cruise ship or two. Is that the Canaveral? Is that the Canaveral? What do they call that? The Canaveral Princess? We see it go out, I feel like, so often. And then Stella is sitting here chasing her tail because she's got nothing better to do. She has to come in while I'm doing coffee talk to do it. Thank you, Stella. All right, first warning, live Doppler radar, checking it out, and we are nice and quiet. We peek out on temperatures, and there's a definite warming trend, little bit by little bit warmer. 59 in Orlando, 55 in Ocala. That's partially because the humidity is coming on in little by little. And because of that, we're starting to see, of course, the fog settling in, right? So here's the visibility numbers around Central Florida, and definitely watching some of that fog over here along the I-75 corridor, Pinellas, Hillsborough County, up into Citrus, Hernando counties, and then points up to the north as well. Winter Haven's at a 2.5 mile visibility. When you get below 1 mile, it's like pea soup. So it's okay there. And frankly, it's not too bad across the rest of town. Just a little bit of fog to deal with. So not too bad. Not too bad at all. It's a really nice day, matter of fact. Forecast for today looking great. Temperatures are climbing again to about 80 degrees. Sunny skies. It's going to be gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. If you've got plans around Central Florida, I think you're going to be just fine. Tomorrow morning, of course, we've got the seniors' first turkey trot. Lake Eola downtown. Oh, there's going to be people dressed up for all kinds of Thanksgiving-based activities, we'll say. Gonna have the t-shirts the rest of the day. That'll be a good, fun time, right? 5K starts at 8 o'clock in the morning. Tot trot at 9:15. I think it's going to be a really, really good one. When we look at the kind of forecast for us here in Central Florida, next couple of days are looking great, right? Today, lots of sunshine. Tomorrow, lots of sunshine. Black Friday, though, that's when there's going to be a few little adjustments, right? Little adjustment here or there because there's a cold front that's going to be moving in the area. So for tomorrow, nice and warm. Looking ahead to Black Friday, though, that front moves in. It will bring a shower or two to our area. It does not look to be too bad. But that shower chance does make way for some cooler temperatures. So for planning purposes today, tomorrow, you're fine. For Black Friday shopping, all right, morning is fine. Lunchtime, we'll have a few showers. Afternoon, we'll have a few showers. That means that the UCF football game may have a few showers in there. So temperatures will be in the mid-70s. It'll feel good. I can't promise the way that things go on the UCF football field make you feel good, but I digress. The chances of showers are there, right? And then you want to talk about a roller coaster of temperatures. Watch what happens, okay? 83 or so for Thursday, Saturday, 70 degrees. Let's look at the 7-day forecast here because this is where it's all different. Okay, so today, tomorrow, we're warming, right? 82 degrees, 83 degrees, depending on where you live. But that forecast for Thanksgiving is getting warmer. Then looking ahead to Friday, couple of showers. We've got that 40% chance in there. And then Saturday, Sunday, those temperatures drop in a big way. And not just like in a big way, but in a bazinga big way, right? Look at our Saturday, look at our Sunday. Chilly air, my friends, chilly air. And that's not even the coldest of it, right? Sunday, high temperature 69. Look at our Monday forecast. I'm just trying to make sure everybody's like emotionally prepared for this. Monday, waking up to 37 in Ocala, 43 in Claremont, 48 in Orlando. Look at our high temperatures on Monday afternoon. Um, we okay? Do you guys need a minute to like let that shock? Okay, look at Tuesday. You ready for another one? Wake up temperatures on Tuesday. Oh wow. Okay. That'll get your attention, right? That'll get your attention. Yeesh McGeesh. Okay. So that's Tuesday morning. Tuesday afternoon. Beautiful. So, we've definitely got some winter's air moving in, right? I think it's safe to say, right? Monday high 65, Tuesday low temperature 44. What? What? We had talked about this for a good long while too. Leslie says, looks like my heat will kick on for the first time. I've had mine on, but yes, I'm a wimpy butt, and I can agree to that. I can admit to that. It's beginning to feel a lot like Christmas. Do you know how else you could tell? That. Jeremy and I are going to do a Tracking the Tropics next Tuesday to just do a full wrap up on the season. We already kind of did it, but yeah. So that's kind of where we're at, my friends. We've got a really, really good forecast. Hurricane season wrapping up. Campeche to end the hurricane season. Let's raise our cups. So yeah. So next Tuesday, care to share? Would join us. We'll be talking about the wrap up of hurricane season and enjoying that weather. Shelby, it's part of the expectation of working in TV, and they're not all on point, but the goal is to do more often than not. Yeah. Cindy says, I was about to make a snarky comment about a hurricane coming after the cold, but decided against it. We've been there, but let's not go back there. Yeah. So we've got ourselves a little bit of an adjustment, my friends. We've got ourselves some chillier temperatures. Yeah. Here's your wrap up. It sucked. Right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Dislike. Strong dislike. Michael says, looks like the Orlando City playoff game on Saturday. Vamos, Orlando. Let's see. I'm not working, so I'm not in charge of making graphics or anything, but it looks like somebody put it together, and I don't dislike it. That looks like a really great soccer forecast. Michael, do you approve? I'll wait for Michael's response. Such extremes, Kara says. It's true, though. It's true. It's true. Nikki, good morning to you. Anne-Marie, goodbye hurricane season and good riddance. Agreed. William's asking if there's any hurricanes. If there were any hurricanes, William, I would probably have a bit of a different tone. Michael approves. All right. Vamos, Orlando. Wouldn't that be fun if Pride and City? I'm just saying. Hey, Mikey, he likes it. Mikey likes it. I got you. I picked up on the reference, Barb. I got you. I got you. Yeah. So, hey, this is the kind of forecast I think we could all get behind. Sipping that coffee, enjoying that air. Mmm. Ah, it's good. I've heard that one a few times. Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure, depending on your exact age, I'm sure you've heard that a few times. It's not that long ago we were complaining about all the heat. Jeannie, it's true. Jeannie Rowan with the statement there. But you know what? It won't be long until we complain about the heat again. So it's, I feel, somebody said this and I really feel it in my bones. When you're young, time seems to sit still. And I'm paraphrasing, etc. But when you're young, time seems to sit still because your concept of time, right, was so small. A year when you were a little kid was a significant part of your being. The older we get, the faster time seems to move. Well, why is that? Because a year is less and less and less a part of our being. So, and I mean, look, I'm 40. I'm not going to say I'm old. I'm not going to say he's so young. But you know what I mean? Like, I'm feeling aging. I'm feeling getting older. So, to that point, I feel time speeding up, speeding up, speeding up, right? And so it won't be long until we're complaining about the cold, ready for the heat, and then, it's just I feel like the older I get, the faster these days go. Like, case in point, okay, Bob says very good point. Time flies at 68. See, exactly. Um my my goodness, I feel that though, right? And so, we've got to enjoy every moment. We just this week, okay? And if you've been with us for a while, like you remember when I started, not a ton of people, but there are people that have been with us doing this coffee talk thing since the very beginning when I was in my old house. Anyway, we just hit 5 years in this house, my family and I, which I feel like I just closed on this house. Like, I remember renting the U-Haul truck, my father and I grabbing it in a super scary part of town and grabbing it and moving the I 5 years. I'm in this house 5 years. I have never, as an adult, I have never lived in a house. Or like my childhood place I lived for a while, but I've never lived anywhere for 5 years. Catherine says, no, it can't be. It's 5 years. It's 5 years. It's been 5 years. Yeah. K-pop lover says it's Mooney season. It kind of is. You have no idea how much of a reality that is. Calling the dimensions are shifting. Yeah. Diane says we just hit 32 years in our home. And I'll bet you, Diane, in some ways, you're like, I just moved in, right? That's the wildest part. Bruce says you just bought. I feel that way. I mean, believe me, like, the kids are beating the snot out of the baseboards, and Stella likes to vomit all the time, and I know I'm going to have to replace the carpet at some point in the not so distant future. As she's licking her paws, and I'm like, just don't vomit again. But so for me, I'm kind of having this bit of a reflective chapter, and I'm curious with y'all as well. The older I get, the more I'm valuing the things. And I know that's probably the way it's supposed to go. This is going to be my first Thanksgiving without my mother, and I'm taking this chapter for me, and I'm reflecting. And I feel like hitting my midlife crisis hitting my midlife crisis the same year that I'm I've lost my mother, etc., etc. So, it's just really, really, really looking at things. Stella has kidney disease. Don't know how much longer I'm going to have my sweet girl, my first love, genuinely. So, I having been in this house for 5 years, my children are pain in the neck, but they're growing up. So, for me, I just wanted to share this with you. And so as we get older, our concept of time changes and our concept of life changes. So, just love your life is all I hope that we can all do. That's what I'm hoping to do and fighting for peace and love. Peace and love, peace, but in reality, that's kind of the goal that I feel myself edging toward. And I'm not trying to make anybody cry. Bob, thank you, buddy. And I'm not, I'm not trying to make anybody sad. I hope quite the opposite. I hope that we can all head into this holiday season with this feeling of peace and with this huge heart. And the older we all get, some of us are in our 20s, some of us are in our 30s. I'm 40. I see some in our 60s. I know for a fact we've got some folks that are in their 70s and 80s that join us in the mornings. And golly, if you're in your 70s, your 80s, like life's got to be blowing by so quickly. I know my father says that. He's not a young man. He's not a young man. And he's had some health complications over the years. But life is passing all of us by. So let's just try to head into this holiday season with a smile, head into this holiday season enjoying this weather and slowing that life down for just a little chapter. Let's try to slow our life down to really feel. My kids are having their few moments on the technology this morning, and then we're gonna be outside. We're gonna be playing around and soaking in some of that sunshine. Ron says, "Did you say 40? I've got ties in my closet older than you." Which reminds me, when I see you for share your Christmas this year, Ron, I could use a couple of ties. I'm just kidding. I don't need any ties. Carol, way to make me depressed. I'm 68. Don't be depressed, Carol. Just slow it down. Take a minute. Take a minute and enjoy. We in life, our lives go so quickly. And I don't mean like expiration. I just mean like you blink and the week's over, you blink and the year's over. So let's just head into this holiday season and slow it down in our mind. Let's savor it. That's all. That's all. That's all. I don't want to depress anybody. No. Let's enjoy this little chapter that we've got ahead of us heading into the holidays. You know, I'm realizing I've been in this house 5 years. I feel like I've been in here, I literally feel like I've been in here a year. I'm saying this for myself as much as anybody else, you know? Life moves pretty fast. You don't stop and look around once in a while, you could miss it. Ferris Bueller. Man, there's something real there, right? Kara says, I love what you're sharing. Make it count. Spend time on things that last. But I don't know. I don't know where did the heck did I was not what I was expecting to say at all. Where did that come from? What? What was that little diatribe? Where did that come from? I have no idea. But here we are. It came out. You know? Maureen says 79 next month. Slow down, Maureen. Take a minute and savor this. This beautiful, beautiful flavor we have. Mm. Time waits on no one. That's it. That's the truth. Time waits on no one. You're not making me sad. It's excellent advice. Stop and smell the coffee. Frank says wanting to buy a plane. Listen, listen. But that is wanting to buy a plane the midlife crisis. I don't know. Holidays bring it out. There you go. That's a good point, Diane. That's a good point. Nancy, 2 years in my house. You're gonna blink and it's gonna, like that's how crazy is life. Rose says, I'm 86 and thankful for all of my family and friends. Because that's what life's about. We all pay our bills and we all get tied up in the chaos of it, but that love of family and friends and our little lives that we live, the joys of them, it's perfect. No matter how imperfect, it's perfect. You know? Oh, thank you, Jeannie. I appreciate it. David says 71. Where did the years go? I feel that. So in my very being, I feel that. It's wild. Justine, my son flew home from UCF to Michigan last night. I'm going to savor every moment. I bet you he's going to savor that warmth that's still in his mind, right? Wanting to buy a plane is gentle as far as midlife crises go. Well, I'm already flying them, so I might as well have one that I can really focus on. Nikki says, Time does fly. My oldest will be 30 on Friday, and my baby will graduate high school in June. And see, I feel that. Like, my children are, my oldest is in elementary school. My youngest is almost done with pre-K. I feel like I'm going to blink and they'll be graduating high school. You know? Better a plane than a girlfriend. It'll be cheaper in the end, Leslie says on YouTube. Good point. Good point. You can make things happen, watch things happen, or wonder what the happened. Captain Phil Harris. I don't want to be the last part. That's, yeah, there you go, Mike. I've never heard that quote, but you can make things happen, watch it happen, or wonder what the happened. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Brent says, my mom is 77, and I know not that many more. But no matter what I say or do, she won't come to Thanksgiving. She's 4 hours away. Really appreciate family, but I can't make her. Well, and that's family's tough. Look, I mean, my mom and I didn't always have the greatest relationship. Family's tough. Yeah. Yes. Okay, I'll come over there. Just 1 second. Excuse me for a second. Be right back. Okay. Apologies, friends. Ugh. Ah. Just glad to be here and have a home. That's it. That's it. Deep conversation this morning. Yeah, Justin, right? Like it's one of those you just hello Stella. Just one of those things you didn't expect, you know? Jessica says my son just jumped from size 10 to size 18 and is 5 feet 1. Don't blink. Oh, yeah. Cindy says family is tough. Family is complicated. Yeah, I feel like life's messy. So we just stop and enjoy those, savor those good moments, right? Because you just never know when it turns. That's all. My oldest turned 50 this year and thought it was terrible, Millie says. You know what? Age is such a double edged sword because you don't want to not get older, you know? My brother Frank, my older brother Frank says, I feel like if I still watch cartoons and play video games, it kind of sets the old age. It kind of offsets the old age. It's true. It's true. Last time I saw Frank, he was handing me a Lego set. And when I was like, is this for my kids? He's like, yeah, yeah. Patricia, when will it rain Friday? Yeah, we're looking at afternoon, probably midday into the afternoon for that. Mark says it's time to enjoy life. I'm 44 and I'm going to be a grandpa in June. Life is good. We just have to live it every bit. Getting older beats the alternative. It's true. It's true. Yeah. What do you all Okay, I've talked. What are you guys and gals thankful for? Talk to me. What are you all looking ahead um to this holiday season happy about? There's plenty. Look, it's going to be my first holiday without my mother. And so many of us are going through our first holiday season without a loved one, and that's going to be tough. But I am perhaps at fault, not at fault. That's not the right term. I'm perhaps at the point of naivety. I want to be this eternal optimist to the point where it's probably a flaw as much as it's anything else for me. But I want to focus on the good, the love that I have in my heart from my pain in the neck at times mother. God bless you, ma. You know what? I'm gonna focus on that. So what are we all looking ahead to this holiday season? Hopeful for, happy for, excited about, reflective of. What is it? Child from UCF came home to Michigan, going to be a grandfather soon. Like what else? What do we have? Chris says Grandpa Eric will come before we know it. I'm so grateful we have our home and the trees that feel barely missed it. New roof coming soon. There you go. I'm thankful for finally getting out of an emotionally and financially abusive relationship and getting a fresh start. Taylor, life is good. It's hard, it's messy, but golly, that's not an easy thing. So that's a beautiful opportunity. Cindy says, I'm not going to lie. I'm struggling to find what I'm thankful for this year, but I'm still optimistically looking forward to it. And I'm hoping, Cindy, that optimism drives you forward and all of a sudden you feel something beautiful. The world is beautiful. There's its life is messy, but man, just the sheer fact that you're still optimistically looking forward to it, even if you're struggling to figure out what you're thankful for, there's that tinge of optimism. And isn't that the most beautiful thing? They always say hope is the most dangerous thing, and I get that saying, but man, I'm never going to let that go, or I'm going to try to never let that go. There's just too much beauty. Too much beauty. Mm. Terry says, I'm thankful each day I wake up. Yeah. The holiday sales, Monique. I love it. First Thanksgiving without my dad and granny, but I'm thankful for all God gave us this year. Yeah, Joanna, I understand that. But you know what? I don't know. I've been watching. What's that kid? The Hollywood me. Okay, this is going in a whole, and we do not have enough time for this. But I've been watching on the old episodes of God. What is this kid's name? The Hollywood Medium or something, and it's just maybe that's what's put me into this mindset is like he's talking to people that have passed, and I'm in this like reflective mode or something. But you know, I don't know. The older I get, the more I feel like I feel my mother helping me every day. And this isn't. I'm not getting. I don't mean to get like religious or spiritual, but I feel this energy. You know, try to focus on what you have now and the relationships you were blessed to have in the past. Yeah, yeah. So thankful my aging in-laws are still with us. My three married kids and grandsons all live in the same town and improving health for myself and hubby, Barb says. The cruise in January is a bonus. I love that. Oh my gosh, that's amazing, Bree. Very thankful to be accepted into the aerospace technician program. Gonna build rockets one day. Holy crap, you're going to change the world, Bree. Think about that. Think about that. You are going to change the world. That's pretty darn neat. I talk about sunshine. Like you're going to change the world. And that's a beautiful thing. Ah, thank you, Anne Marie. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Cindy, yes, Tyler Henry. Yes. Not sure what I think about mediums as a whole, but I like him. There's just something about that. Yeah. Taylor says you can tell when the others from the other side are around. There's something, you know, I I always felt like when people would say that they feel a past loved one, I don't know. I always had my doubts. But y'all, I feel my mother every day. Every day. Maybe that's my heart wanting to feel for that, but I feel something. And I'm going to go with it. Always trust your gut, right? Man, oh man. All right, listen. We've got some beautiful weather ahead. This was our therapy session. I will be billing your insurance. No, you can bill my insurance for our therapy we have just gone through together, but I'm grateful to do it with you. And you know what? I thank you all so much. I'm so thankful for those of you that hang with me in the morning. You literally are my therapy. You make me feel better in my heart, in my very soul. I love it. It's not just about weather. Sure, when the weather gets crappy, we have to talk business. But when the weather's a little calmer, I feel like we get to talk a little more personal, and that's what's so neat. So anyway, thank you. I will see you tomorrow. You don't have to come. It's your Thanksgiving too, but I will be with you. I will be here tomorrow. We can talk weather. God only knows what other direction this will go. Linda says, "Where do I send my copay? You send it to the charity of your choice." Mike, I charge 500 a minute. All right, God bless. Go to collections. All right, listen, thank you all. Be the sunshine in someone else's day. Thank you so much. I will see you tomorrow morning for coffee talk. Sound good? All right, thank you all. Take